Crusader Kings 3 is a deep strategy game of dynasties and intrigue. If you are new to the world of Crusader Kings, we strongly recommend you play the tutorial. Well, since I didn't make it through the tutorial on 2, I definitely need this. Petty King Murkid. Ireland is divided among numerous petty lords and feudal lords. As Petty King Murkid of Munster, lead your dynasty, unite the lands, and become King of Ireland. Okay, you're generating the world from history pretty quickly here. I have the patience for this. Yes, Botrix, Mom is a fan of lurkers as well. You don't have to say anything to be welcome here. I also encourage you to feel free to say hi, drop an emote. So I am now a medieval ruler. My reign may be brief. Wow, that's a way to give me some faith in myself. But through my heirs, I can bring my dynasty to prominence. Land is yours for the taking, by way of sword or through marriage, while clever diplomacy can extend your reach far beyond the wildest dreams of any conqueror. Start tutorial. Common keys to move the camera across the map. Can also move the cursor to the edge of the screen to pan. Pressing the home key on your keyboard takes you back to your home. Okay, that's kind of cool. Found that key. To zoom in and out, use the scroll wheel. Fully zoomed in, you'll see the details map. Zoom out a little and you'll be looking at the political map. Lastly, zooming all the way out shows the paper map. Key terms are marked with blue highlighted text. This means you can hover the cursor over the words to open an informative tooltip. That's nice. These tooltips may also have highlighted keywords which can be hovered. It takes a couple of seconds for a tooltip to lock in for mouse overs. So I've put my mouse over this, and then the word meet. Look at that. I am being this guy, Petty King Murkid. And I am the ruler of the feudal realm. I have to click on my character. Okay. And my closest family. I can see the heir who is set to inherit my realm after my passing. These are my traits. I can see he is temperate and gregarious and impatient. Well, I think we have some things in common already. Characters also have skills. 5 main skills are diplomacy, martial, stewardship, intrigue, and learning. Then we can look at my domain, which consists of all the land I personally own. I personally own land. Look at this. An overview of my domain is displayed in the highlighted section. Okay. This is the coat of arms for the Petty Kingdom of Munster. It's used to represent my realm in various places. It'd be floating over the capital. See the crown on the coat of arms. That represents its tier. As tiers progress in rank, the crown at top gets to be more extravagant. I currently hold a total of 3 titles, which all represent territories on the map. My primary and most important title is the leftmost one. It determines the name of your realm. You also possess the titles Thormund and Ennis. Okay, where am I seeing this? Oh. Okay. Other characters. In this section, you can see a variety of other characters that you have a connection with. This includes your family, anyone you have a special relationship with, your courtiers, and your subjects. Ooh. It's usually a good idea to have a spouse. They'll assist you in ruling your realm and will help ensure the future of your dynasty. Right now, you're unmarried. Why don't we do something about that? Okay. Wow. Got a fancy crown. Is that her age? Her health is fine. Right. So there's nothing about ages. You want them to be intelligent. Okay, let's just pick her. So it's going to be that one because that's the only option we have. Okay. The mayor's proposal has been accepted. That's good. Okay. And at the right bar on the right, whoa, side of the screen, there are a few buttons. They're going to have me look at my realm. The crown. Okay. Remember the titles I saw earlier. In this view, you can inspect the land they represent in more detail. They're counties, but have a different, unique name because of my Irish culture. Counties, or in your case, earldoms, are made up of smaller pieces of land called holdings. A holding can support several buildings, which provide various benefits. Okay. Notice how Ormond is included in the outline of your realm on your map, despite not showing up on your domain view. To look at it, you look at the vassals, so I have to go to the Vassal tab. Another ruler who assists with the administration of your realm by ruling over a county outside of your domain. As liege to a vassal, you receive payment in the form of taxes and levies. There's also a difference between your domain and realm. Your domain is the land you personally own, while your realm includes the land held by vassals. Okay. Fortunately, you don't have to manage your realm all on your own. We have a council. So, the council gets this funky chair thing. Yep. This is your council, which consists of 6 councillors, your spouse included. They can, for instance, collect taxes or find secrets through the councillor task. Let's try using a councillor task. Wouldn't it be nice if you had another county within your realm? To accomplish that, you'll need a claim. You can have your realm priest fabricate one. My realm priest. Okay. None of these are realm priests. Domestic affairs. So do I click over here to do that? I'm supposed to use a realm priest, and I have a bishop. Maybe that's the priest. Let's interact. And nope. Okay, so if you're not the realm priest, oh, it's this thing I'm supposed to click on. And then I guess. Good job, your counselor is now working on getting you a claim. Next, let's look at the bar on the top right of the screen. Here you'll find a number of resources which can be used to interact with the world in various ways. Gold is a measure of your personal wealth and can be used to pay for a number of things, including buildings, armies, and bribes. Generally speaking, having a good stewardship skill will help you in your gold-making endeavors. Prestige represents your personal glory and renown. As you gain prestige, you will also increase your level of fame. As a resource, prestige can be spent to make secular decisions within your realm. A high diplomacy will help you earn more prestige. Piety is a resource that reflects how virtuous your character is. It can be spent to interact with your faith. Okay. Yeah, learning is probably a good idea. Renown represents how influential your dynasty is and can be spent on decisions that will shape your family's future. Renown is tied to your level of splendor, which is an overall measure of how famous your dynasty is. This is an awful lot to remember. Now that we're done talking about resources, let's wrap this up with some final pieces of advice. Right now, the game is paused. You can control how fast time progresses in the world in the bottom right corner. I have to unpause it by pressing the spacebar or clicking the button on the bottom right. This. Okay. Until death do us part, I just married another character and got a Steam achievement. Okay. The game is unpaused. Yeah, I repaused it. I'll be in charge of doing all the crap. myself. That's fantastic. Okay. So you're the marshal. And you're the spy master. Suggest a marriage involving one of my children or courtiers. Sure. Oh, you don't have one, huh? And I don't have anybody who can go there. Okay. My courtier or child could do it. And you have nothing. Okay, so that's not going to work. Sure. We could do that. They will not accept. Is there higher than me? Okay, what else do we have we can do here? No. Okay, let's try you. Really? Why can't I do that over here? Oh, I can. Sure. Scheme crap. Y'all can scheme. And over here. I don't know. I also don't know where our military's at. So you're not anything. That would work. Sure. And a couple days go by. You accept. Awesome. And over here. You're old. What can we do over here? Can we go in and do some building stuff? Give a lookout tower. You could make a military school. Well, that sounds pretty smart to make. I don't have enough money. Of course I don't have enough money. What about here? You're a harbor. Bastions. You could make a hospice, an outpost, a wetland farm. That sounds good. And okay. That's the bishop, which could maybe add farm to. This city could gain or a hospice. We don't have any control over there yet. Okay. Let's see what happens. We'll give it a month. You paused it on your own? Awesome. A concerning development in Ennis. Late one night, my acquaintance comes knocking on my chamber door. I let him in, and he And he utters something troubling, his expression entirely solemn. Murdoch, have you heard the news? Petty King Aed is the midst of establishing a spurious claim on your lands. I am loath to say, but I fear he is preparing for war. We'll go talk to him. We just started a scheme. Schemes are long-term goals aimed at another character. They can have hostile goals like trying to murder or abdicate, or be more wholesome like to befriend. Open the intrigue thing. This is where I'll see all my active schemes. I can only have one personal scheme and one hostile scheme at the same time. Okay. I should be able to help along my attempt to befriend Petty King by presenting him with a gift. It's the thought that counts. Yes. Okay. And going. Good. 8 months until complete. Well, let's just wait a minute then and have a sip of coffee. They got snow too. Petty king or peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. My body is racked by shivers and weakness, my head leaking from every orifice. That's not good. Yeah, you should get a physician, Dopey. And the servants have found some people who might be fit to serve as my physician. Okay. I don't know. BR, dishonorable follower, unmarried, Irish Catholic, and you're wandering. You're wandering, bold grasper, you are married. Yeah, let's go with the experienced one. The grim smell of bubbling tinctures and mashed salves assault my senses as I make my way to my physician's workroom. She looks up from an unction that she is preparing. The time has come. Several ways to treat the cold. So. Yeah. The powder was yellow and delicious. You were distraught to see her mix it with brimstone and sprinkle it over the still tepid gallbladder of a beaver. The animal had been found rabid, frothing from the mouth, exhibiting clear signs of illness. Strangely enough, I can no longer feel any symptoms. Okay. Tooltip modes. No lifestyle chosen. Focusing on my realm. Stewardship. Intrigue. Learning. We'll go with this one. And let's do a combination of two. But we have nothing to put into anything here. So, being raided. Raiders from Jarl, whatever, are in my territory. Pause. This thing. Okay, how do I do anything with it though? Right. So oh, how we do anything about this? That's the question. Like, what can I actually do here? Well supplied. Fine. I would like to get this guy. How do I send troops to you or something? Military. You guys, go here. No. Unraised. I have 4 knights. Show me details. Never counter other types. Okay. Can't raise them. I don't understand this. Okay. Sure. But how do I get you to go over here and do things? You know, this is part of what kills games here, is when we can't figure stuff out pretty quick and easy. You need to attack. See, now they're over there, and you're doing nothing still. Alright, and that is the end of King Crusaders.